Alright team, say hello to the new you. This is your new alias. You'll be using this for the time being. We have Charlotte Moore as our hospital administrator. We have Cliff Glenn, you're going to be our research assistant. And Jeannie Norman, you're our clinic planner. I'll get you a second alias once you're comfortable with this one. Here are this month's objectives. Agent Sabek is somewhere in Asia, and we gotta track him down. Also, 2 Soviet scientists from the Project Medusa research team are in South America. Maybe we can catch up to them and get some intel. Wait, one last thing. I got a bit of the Langley protocol. Yeah, I know, I promised to keep you clear of the red tape, but I actually think this is pretty important. We like to keep track of your mental state as you work in the field. You'll be called upon to make decisions, and believe me, things can get complicated. Answer these 3 questions truthfully as a team, and it'll help us to figure out how best to support your developments as agents moving forward. Agree or disagree, we often consider the consequences before we take action. Agree or disagree, we tend to blame ourselves when something goes wrong. Agree or disagree, we are willing to manipulate people to get what we want. Okay, these are the answers to your questions. You often consider the consequences before taking action. You disagree. Always good to think ahead. You tend to blame yourself when something goes wrong. I like that you take accountability. And you're willing to manipulate people to get what you want. You disagree with that. This is going into your personnel file, and it'll be filed away. Don't forget this month's objectives. Find Agent Sabek, look in Asia, and question the Soviet scientists somewhere in South America. Good luck, and I look forward to you reporting back on your mission. Welcome down to the table, everyone, for our playthrough of January in Pandemic Season 0. So this is the spoiler wording because we're getting into the actual story. Now, you heard the mission details and the briefings. I went ahead and set up our Soviet scientists here in Santiago and Sao Paulo. And I set a marker here in Asia just to remind me that our target of Agent Sabek is in Asia, and then I looked at our cards. So let's look at what we dealt out. We have for Charlotte, our blue player, we have Los Angeles and Khartoum, which is North American Africa, sorry. So I gave everybody the same jobs that they had before. Blue is still the administrator, which can easily assemble teams. Pink is still going to be the clinic planner, which can build safe houses with just an action. And our gray is going to be Cliff, who is a research assistant who can share intel. So Jeannie got 2 Asia cards, Shanghai and Peking. So I went ahead and put an X out on those. And of course, Cliff got Calcutta, which is the other X, and Leningrad. So this is a little harder. We have to eliminate Asia, and Asia has 13 cities in it in this block, as opposed to 11 in the prologue. But really, everything's playing the same as it did in the prologue, and setup, there wasn't anything different. That's why I just sped it up. So we'll start with Charlotte, our blue player, and I think we can go over this way and just start clearing out cities and then head maybe to Asia and be ready to set up something there with Charlotte. I think so. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3... and then 4 to San Fran. So adding to her hand, she gets London and Cairo. So no more Asian cards. But we do have 2 of the 4 we would need to make a team if we can get a safe house over there. So 2 allies. So now we draw 2 cards, threat levels 2. All right. Novosibirsk, still can't say that, gets 1, and Leopoldville gets 1. Okay, we move to Genie, and Genie is, I think we're going to move this way. I think that we need a safe house maybe down here or down here to get these objectives completed. I'm really eyeing Lagos because it stretches between the two. We could easily get a team. All of this is neutral. Lagos and Leopoldville are neutral as well. And so is Khartoum. So I think we had 1, 2. She doesn't have any cards that would get her there. 3, and then we'll take 1 out here. And that's her turn. So with Peking and Shanghai, she draws 2 cards and she gets DC and Hanoi. So Hanoi, ooh, we have 3 Soviet symbols. Hanoi will be taken out of the equation here, and that's a good start. And she also has a really easy way to get back to the States if she needs to. She draws 2 cards here. We get Prague and Bombay. So, Prague and Bombay. I think what we'll do with Cliff is we'll take Cliff over here to LA. I want him to stay somewhat nearby. That way it'll give Charlotte the ability to move into Asia without having to stop in Los Angeles. So 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And then he pulls Kiev and Istanbul, both European cards to go with Leningrad and Calcutta. Drawing 2 cards here, he gets Calcutta and Shanghai. So a lot of action going on in Asia. I think we're going to continue on our path this way. We'll go from San Fran, can either go to Tokyo or Saigon. Let's go to Saigon and just deal with that because I feel an escalation card coming very soon. So that feels very good. We're looking for more ally cards, really. Tokyo is neutral, and Manila is neutral as well. So 6 cards in her hand. Draws 2 more, and we get Lima, Peru, and Osaka. So they're starting to rear their head in South America. Really still active here. I really think let's continue 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll take care of Khartoum. We're taking advantage of not having the escalation card come up so far. And that makes me feel really good about if we get one this turn. So we get Prague, and we get an escalation. And she has 4 out of 5 Soviet symbols, which is very good. So escalation, we increase the threat. Boom, did that. We add agents from the bottom, and it's going to be in Bogota. So 3. So 3 in Bogota, and there they are making themselves known in South America. And then we intensify. So all of these, which is a pretty hefty stack. I'm okay with that size of a stack. And the state of our board. So that means Bogota is at the most risk, and I don't really feel like that's going to, well, I can come up, but I don't feel like it has a significant chance. All right. Put that like that, and we get Bombay. And we get Calcutta. Bombay and Calcutta. Now, the downside with having that big of a stack is that this is spread out and this can empty faster. Okay, that was Jeannie's turn, and now we have Cliff. What do we want to do with Cliff? I wanted to kind of keep him close so that we could exchange some cards because he has a good spread. But this Bogota is really scaring me. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 here. He has Calcutta, so he can easily make it over here if he needs to give cards. And that's a good equidistance between those two. So we're drawing 2 more cards. We have Toronto and Saigon. So we can mark off Saigon. 2 cards from here, we get Jakarta and East Berlin. East Berlin's about to pop, and Jakarta is on the edge. Let's go 1, 2, 3, and 4 to Bombay. That way, this is just a pain to travel to. Okay, so we've got 6 cards in hand. We get Bombay. That's fantastic. She's ready to make a team, so we need to make a safe house. All right, and we get Havana. So Bombay is off the board in Asia. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have to get rid of 1. I think we get rid of Havana. Let's put that there and discard. And then we have, the reason I'm doing Havana is Glenn has 2 here that he can give, and Jeannie has these 4. So we're close to being able to do a Soviet safe house, or a Soviet team. Okay, draw 2 cards. We get Bogota. Glad we cleared that out. Glad we chose to do this. And LA. So LA has some action again, and Bogota. Jeannie's up. I think that if we can do 1 here, 2, 3, and she uses her ability to make a safe house for an action is not have a card, we'll make 1 in Lagos. We'll stay with that idea. 5 cards in hand. She gets Lima and Forecast, which is look at the top 6 cards of the deck, of this deck. Speaking of which, we need Toronto to get an agent and Osaka. So Osaka's at 2 agents, Toronto's at 1. Cliff is going to take 1 out in Bogota, 2, 3, and then use his ability to give a card. And I think he's going to give Leningrad to Jeannie. And that means Jeannie is going to have to discard a card, unfortunately. And Lima or Washington. I think Lima is a little more valuable than Washington. Although that would have been nice to give to Glenn on the next turn. But he's out of actions, so 2 cards. We get Madrid in Europe and Mexico City. So he's got 3 and 3. Great to have a spread on the one that can give cards and take cards. 2 cards for Cliff, Saigon, and Khartoum. Khartoum and Saigon. So that was probably a big misplay. I probably should have come this way and made a safe house here so she could make a team. I totally just misplayed that. It would take me 1, 2, 3, 4 to get over there. I want the van in here now. Let's go ahead and do 2 here. Actually, let's just do 1 in Bombay. Then let's fly to London. Then that's 2, 3, 4. And hope we don't pull East Berlin. Actually, no. It would be better to do 1, 2, play Bombay, discard it to get a safe house. I think that's the better play. and then 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and we'll be right here if we get another card, because we would have to discard anyway. So that's 6. We get Moscow, and Santiago. See, we got another. I was looking at the number of neutral cards, and there's 20. There's more neutrals than anything else. So we are set for next turn. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have to discard something. Let's discard. Let's discard Moscow. No, I would like to put us, if in case I need to put a safe house there. Let's discard Cairo. Okay, 2 cards. A lot of indecision there. Leopoldville and Lagos. I think they're trying to hunt us down. Okay, let's go 1, 2 to Cairo. Use the safe house ability. And then we will turn in 5 Soviet cards for a van. So we'll discard those. And then we're going to play our forecast card. Here are the vans, and we need a Soviet team there. Soviet trained team. Fantastic. Now we can send them this way or this way and take care of some stuff. So let's play our forecast card. I'm scared of an escalations card is going to come up, though. Let's hold on to it, actually. Yep, 1, and then we've got another one we'll leave face down. Escalation. So we increase the threat. We add agents to Johannesburg. 1, 2, 3. And then we shuffle back in. So glad I hung on to that forecast card, because it would not have done me much good. And this, I'd say, is a medium-sized pile. It's not big like the last time, but question is Johannesburg going to come up? I think that's the only one. East Berlin. No, East Berlin didn't come up. So Johannesburg, we got Bombay, and we're still drawn 2. East Berlin. Oh no, East Berlin wasn't that. Daggum it. So East Berlin's going to get that. And what was the other one? Bombay? Yeah. Bombay is safe right now. Okay, so we deal with this. We pull one of these, and it's London, and we get sleeper cells activate. Place an agent in every city with 1 or more incident tokens in Asia. We don't have any of those. We're good. Okay, not bad. Not terrible. We got Johannesburg. That's it for Genie, and now Cliff needs to do something. I think Cliff wants to go 1, 2, 3. Let's just go ahead and do 4, and he can walk away from that. Unfortunately, he has a ton of cards that I'm not using. Let's see. He didn't have Johannesburg. Okay. He could have gone to Calcutta and received a card. No, we're going to stick with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have San Francisco, and we need to discard before we pull another one. What are we going to need? We're getting ready to get a... We're going to need another neutral, I think. So let's get rid of Kiev. And let's draw a card. And, ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. So, let's get rid of Madrid. Okay, so he has Toronto, Istanbul, Saigon, San Francisco, Atlanta, Calcutta, and Mexico City. We need to use his ability more. Alright, 2 cards from here. We get Lagos, ooh, and Jakarta. Jakarta. One there, and one here. Well, let's look in Asia. So we'll need the team to be either Soviet, which we have. In Soviet's only 1, 2, 3, 3 potential cities. Neutral, there's only one allied city. Neutral is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is fine if we do a neutral here or a neutral here. Well, we're going to do a neutral here. So Charlotte's turn. Charlotte is going to 1, 2, 3, and use her ability to discard 4 cards and get a team here. And that's going to be a neutral team. There we go. And at the end, it's going to take out that one and mop up. And then draws 2 cards. She has Jakarta, London, Los Angeles, Moscow, and holdover from the war. Place a safe house in one city on the board. That's going to be very handy next turn. Draw 2 cards here. Toronto again. And Los Angeles again. We may have to go back to North America. Okay, Jeannie now is going to play the forecast card at the beginning of her turn. 6 cards. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We have Leopoldville, Khartoum, Saigon, Calcutta. I think we're good with Calcutta being at the top. Johannesburg, and Osaka. Well, if we put Johannesburg down now, he could clean it up on his turn. So maybe those 2 at the beginning is not a bad idea. I definitely want Osaka to be last. Leopoldville probably right before that. Khartoum, Saigon. I think that's how we're going to go. I think we're going to send the van 1, 2, 3 to East Berlin. And she is going to move 1 to Algiers. And remember, she didn't have to do a reveal because she made a safe house there. Try not to forget those. Okay. Jenny draws 2 cards, Lagos and Karachi. So we can mark Karachi off right there. And she draws 2 cards. We have Calcutta, surprise, surprise, and Johannesburg. And we're getting low, big time. Except, what did I say? Johannesburg and Calcutta. Except, nope, sorry, this one, wrong one. East Berlin is clean, is mopped up. Fantastic. Cliff, man, you have 5 allied cards. Well, we know Johannesburg just came up, so it's not going to come up again for a while. So we could just take out 1 here. That's 1. Let's fly. I could fly to Saigon and put a safe. Well, I can't put a safe house. I need to get to Washington, really. So let's do Atlanta for 2, move to Washington for 3, and turn in these for 4. So 5 of these turned in is going to give us an allied van in DC, a team straight out of Langley. Okay, so Mexico City and Calcutta, we have an escalation and we have an unknown card. So increase the threat. We're now drawing 3. Mexico City is now a hotspot. Oh, they are Russian agents. And then we intensify. Oh, and this is a very small stack too. So escalation's gone. These get shuffled. And I'm glad I took out 1 in Johannesburg. I forget what we had. We had East Berlin, Calcutta, Johannesburg. Oh, what else? Osaka, maybe? Lagos. Oh, Lagos. That's going to be painful. Okay, so draw 3 cards now. We get Jakarta. Oh, actually, he would do this first. He got Pyongyang, also in Asia. Fantastic. Okay, it looks like our chances are mostly going to be our neutral van. Okay, so Jakarta gets 1, Los Angeles gets a 3rd one, and Toronto gets a 3rd one. And they are just running rampant North America now. And did I say Jakarta? Yep. Jakarta. Okay, let's see. I say let's send the van down to Jakarta for 1. Let's fly to Los Angeles for 2, 3, 4. Clear some of this mess up. So we're definitely going to play this so we can make room in our hands. I think the best place for it would be Bogota or Sao Paulo. And I just realized something. Let's take back one of our movements here and move a van instead. That's a smarter play, I think. So, hold over from the war. Put a safe house. Let's say Sao Paulo, because then if we can get a van right there, even at the end of a turn, we can use an action and get 1 of 2 successes on that. So, let's put a safe house in Sao Paulo, because it looks like she may get there first anyway. Okay, so we draw 2 cards. Well, first of all, we have the mop-up phase, so 3 here, 3 here, and the reason I did that is to fill this back up. Warsaw and Cover of Darkness. Move 1 agent from each city the player drives or ferries to. That'll be handy. Alright, 3 cards are coming up from here, and we got East Berlin, Lagos, and Calcutta. East Berlin gets 1. Lagos is going to have an incident, and Calcutta is going to get 1. So let's do that. Let's do that. And pull from the bottom, we get Bangkok, which is teams compromised. Shift each team in a city with a surveillance that is not in a safe house to Washington. Each team with a city surveillance. Okay, so this gets shifted to DC. This one has no surveillance. And this one is not a problem. Alright, that's not good. Okay, Genie, what can you do? Let's see. Mexico City is neutral. I think we have to go to Lagos. 1, 2, 3. It's 3 either way. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4. Otherwise, even going to Johannesburg is 3. So let's do that. And that was 4. She draws 2. Counterintelligence. Put 1 card from the threat discard pile into the game end area. Oh, that might be nice. And Delhi. Oh, okay, she's got 4 out of the 5 cards she needs. Okay, 3 cards. We have Mexico City is going to get an incident marker. And then Bombay. And Johannesburg. Johannesburg, Bombay, and Mexico City gets an incident marker. Oh, things are not going well. Sao Paulo. Teams compromised. Shift each team with a city of surveillance that is not a safe house to Washington. Shouldn't be a problem. I think we take this and go 1, 2, we can go to Tokyo or we can go to Saigon. So let's go to Tokyo 3 and Shanghai 4. So that's going to take 1 out there, mostly just to get it back in this area over here. And We need 2 more cards. We have Paris and East Berlin. 3 cards here. We get Khartoum, Saigon, and Osaka. Khartoum, Saigon, and Osaka. I think we're going to use Cover of Darkness. And I think we're going to go 1, 2. So that's going to remove 1 from each of those places. And we're going to use 3 and 4 with our allied van. Draw 2 cards. We're getting low on the deck. Baghdad and Algiers. Okay, so we've got 3 out of our 4 for there. 3, 6, 7. And 3 for another van there. So we're doing pretty well on those. This gets mopped up. And we draw 3 cards here. Leopoldville is at 3. Bogota and Novosibirsk. I don't know why I cannot say that word. Bogota, and what was the third one? Leopoldville. She keeps getting stuck down here. Okay. I think my plan is this. Let's do counterintelligence and put 1 card from here out of play. Let's do Leopoldville. My thinking is that I really need to move away from this area, and I get stuck between these 3 right here. So that's gone, and we don't have to worry about that or those people anymore. So that was not an action. So that was 0. Let's put these up here. Let's go 1, 2. Let's move here. Let's move up to Bogota. Okay, so we have here. We get another escalation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can put 1 face down. And we increase the threat to 3. This is number 4. We draw the bottom. It is Leningrad. So way up here. Well, I'm glad we took that out. And again, this is a medium-sized deck. I'm worried about Mexico City. I'm really worried about Osaka. And, of course, Leningrad. Oh, jeez. Okay. And draw this. Sydney. So, Delhi, I don't think I marked off. Did I? No. I did not mark off Delhi. And I did not mark off Baghdad. Okay, so what do we have left? We have Riyadh. Bangkok, and Novosibirsk. So, I may have been wrong about that. 1, 2, nope. Odds are still it's one that this can take care of. So we're looking for Riyadh, Bangkok, and Novosibirsk. And of course, it's probably Novosibirsk because it's going to make me say it a bunch of times. Okay, so still her turn, 3 cards. We got Lagos, Saigon, Saigon, no, Leningrad. Great. So we have 2, not outbreaks, 2 incidents. So we'll do Saigon first, since that came up first. Safe house compromised. Removes 1 safe house in North America. Oh, DC's been compromised. I don't know how our headquarters can be compromised. So that was Saigon. Let's do Leningrad now. Sleeper cells. Place an agent in every city with 1 or more incident tokens in Africa. Okay. Let's see. What was this? It was... So Lagos is going to have 2 in it instead of 1. 1 for pulling the card and 1 for that incident. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Wasn't terrible. Okay, we want to get him down here, which is 1, 2, 3. Can we do it any cheaper? I believe we can. Let's discard Mexico City. That'll get him there. That's 1. 2. We can take out 1 here. 3, and then we're going to pass a card to Jeannie. We're going to pass Calcutta to Jeannie. She has how many cards in her hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll set her up for a van right here. A team. I keep calling them vans. They're teams. And that's his turn. Now we got to get cracking. Bangkok, which is in Asia, and Leopoldville, which is in Africa. Okay. Oh, I don't know why I'm reaching for that. Bangkok. We need to... Okay. So now we have Riyadh and there. Yes. 3 cards. We have Mexico City, which is okay. We have Los Angeles, which is okay. And that. Novosibirsk. So that has 3. That has that. And what was the other one? Mexico City, Los Angeles. Which we have a van there, so that's not a big deal. Doesn't clean up yet, but it would. Okay. We have Charlotte. Charlotte. I think we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to Osaka. And she's going to lose some cards. She gets Riyadh. Okay, so we know where it is. Fantastic. It is Novosibirsk. Okay. So what do I need to do? I don't think I need any of these cards, to be honest. And we have one more. And as Bogota, that's not a bad one to have because I'm right there. So let's get rid of Baghdad. So this is her hand. Draw 3 cards. We got Toronto's okay. Bogota. Oh no. Oh no. Well, first of all, this cleans up this. This cleans up this. So what did I say? Bogota, Toronto. Whew. And the third one I haven't drawn yet is Calcutta, which is 2. Okay, Jeannie, you know what you have to do. You have to move 1. You have to turn in these 5 to get a van with a neutral symbol. There we go. That's 2. We're going to do this. That is 3. And we're going to move this for 4 to get it 1 step. Is that right? Let me see how many turns I have left. 1, 2. That'll be her turn. Then 1 more turn. So I have 3 turns after this left. So I don't need to move that. Let's move this here, which seems counterproductive, but it'll mop up these, which will give us more here. Okay. Or she can fly to Johannesburg or Sydney. Nah, I think that's good. Okay, so we mop up here. That's not going to help anything. And then she draws 2 cards. Please don't be an escalation. Sao Paulo. And airlift. Oh, fantastic. Move a pawn to any city. Move a team member to any city. Now, that would have been helpful this past turn. 3 cards. Jakarta. Okay. Bombay. Okay. And Johannesburg. So, Johannesburg, Bombay. I can't get a hold of this. And Jakarta. Double check those. Yep. Okay. My friend Cliff's turn. So we know a target's here. Let's just double check. Make sure I didn't miss any. Asia. Because you can guess and be wrong. So let's take that. I meant to move that target. That's why I put it there. So let's go 1, 2, 3. And let's move this one for 4. Okay. Oh, wait. I can't move that one for 4. What was that? 1, 2. Oh, yeah. That's right. So we can move this one for 4. Okay, so we did this. Let's see if we're right. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Fantastic. So we have completed that objective. That's great. This gets cleaned up. These get mopped up. And we draw 2. Please don't be an escalation card. Alright, so this one was first. It is an escalation card. Oh boy. So, we move this up. We're drawing 4 cards now. We're in desperation mode. We have these guys have finally made it into the central U.S., or technically the East Coast, but on this map it looks central. And then we intensify. Now, I've just from reading the rules, this is not anything we wouldn't know just by reading the rules. It didn't happen for the first game. We skip it in the prologue, but at the end of each month, when you're cleaning up after you finish the game, every city that has a incident marker in it gets a surveillance sticker. So that's going to make it harder to go without losing cover. Hasn't been too hard now, but I think it's going to get harder. All right, here we go. 4 cards. Let's look at what he has. Buenos Aires. And he only has 6 in hand, so 4 cards. Mexico City, Lagos, and Bogota. Well, 3 of those are good. And Atlanta. So Atlanta's going to get an incident. That means we're going to have trouble in our own city. So let's go back through these. First we had Mexico City, Lagos, Bogota, down to 1. And Atlanta wouldn't get 1. It would have that. And again, it's not when you run out. It's when you can't draw 1. So we get an incident card here, which could be bad. Team's compromise. Oh, no. Okay, that's okay. Shift each team with in a city without surveillance to Washington or with surveillance. No surveillance there, no surveillance there, no surveillance there. That's the big one. Fantastic. Okay. That was Cliff's turn. And then Charlotte being she, is going to move here. We're going to get that, and the game immediately ends with a successful mission. And we needed to read the debrief to 10 when we finished that. Luckily, that wasn't too far back. Again, I'm not going to show it because it's lots of entries, and you don't want to spoil it by accident. So I'll just read it to you. Your team found Sabik in an unheated bunker, bundled up. He spoke with a manic edge and paused often to release a wet, racking cough. Coop wants me to come in, eh? I bet he does. Look, you're you're new to this, so here's some advice. Don't trust anyone. Not me, not the CIA, and definitely not your buddy Coop. If you're smart, you won't even tell him that you found me. Too much honesty can be dangerous in this line of work. Take the target city card under the objective and add it to the hand of the player who completed. I think that was Cliff. Then take 60 and 61 from the operations deck. Decide which report you wish to file with the CIA. Put your card in the intelligence file. Destroy the other one. So we need to find 60 and 61 in the operations deck. Okay, so this is the operations deck. Warning, this is the bottom of the operations deck. Turn this deck over. Well, let's open this deck. Okay, this is the operations deck. We're looking for 60 and 61. So I'm just going to look at these numbers, and there's 60 and 61 right there. We will put the other ones hidden here until I can get it back to the box. Okay, 60 and 61. So 60 and 61. We're going to read these and we have to choose between them. Encounter Sabik. He was difficult. refused to come in. He didn't say why. Unsure if Soviets turned him or he's gone rogue. He said nothing else. Or January 1962 field report. Encounter Savick. He was difficult. Refused to come in. He didn't say why. Unsure if Soviets turned him or he's gone rogue. And we add, told us that the CIA had used him and would use us as well. Said not to trust anyone, especially not the CIA. Told us not to tell you we found him. Oh, this is where it gets hard. I don't know. I don't want to trust anyone. So we're going to do number 60. And then it says destroy the other one. So we're following that. And it gets put in our intelligence file. So clickety clack. This is in there. We have followed it. And the point of no return in a game. Okay, so we found Agent Savick. We read number 210, which is completed, and we did card number 60 out of 60 and 61. We filed our report, destroyed that, just to sum that all up. Okay, let's read 147, because we did just finish that. After cornering the scientists, you learn that the plague is called Medusa, due to its paralytic effect. The current Medusa strain is mild, but the Soviets are confident that they can develop a lethal and fully weaponized strain. So that was our January playthrough. We succeeded, so I will see you again in February. And if you enjoyed this content, think about hitting that like, smashing that subscribe, or tapping that bell icon so that you're notified when the next video goes live and you don't miss a video. Let me know down in the comments below if I missed any rules. And definitely, how did your January go? Did it go as good or bad as this? I'm not sure what to think so far. I'm going to have to put stickers on all of these places when I go through cleanup, and I'll update those in the next video. Another great place to have a conversation about this game is in our Facebook group. You'll find the links to that down below in the description of this video. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, happy gaming. Haha, I'm just checking to see if you guys stayed till the end of the video. We need to do some stuff here. Objectives succeeded. Check cities. We're going to add the surveillance stickers to the cities that contain one or more incident tokens. I already mentioned that. We need to check the legacy deck. The legacy deck has a pause card on it. Draw this card and read the back during step 3 of the end of January game. Add the following event cards to the pool of event cards that you select from when you set up the game. We're going to pull down until we hit the stop, and we draw that before our next game. And we have some new goodies. Bureaucratic entanglements. Remove 1 or 2 agents from the board. Oh, nice. Encoded messages. Choose 2 players. They select 1 card from their hands and swap them. Oh, that could be really good too. Weekend rendezvous. You may move any pawns to a single city containing another pawn. Oh, man, that would be really good to get Cliff somewhere. Scramble teams. Move every team up to 3 cities away from their current locations. That's really good too. Oh, man. We have to spend our budgets, and because we succeeded, we get a -1. So we're only going to get to pick 4. That's very painful to give us 4 new cards, and we can only pick 4. Always rewarded for doing well. So I'm going to put these one by one on the screen. You can pause this. And you can tell me down in the Facebook group under this video entry, what 4 event cards should we put in our deck? What 4 event cards would you like to see us try to win with? What do you think will get us the best results? Leave them down in the Facebook group below.